Largest distributors of electrical and datacom parts in North America, we're your connection to help make your buildings smarter. We work with best-in-class manufacturers to supply products for wireless, security, renewable energy, lighting, and critical power solutions. And we have a network of integrators nationwide that can help make it work all together. So, the next time you're thinking about making your building smarter, think Graybar, and we'll help you get connected. Visit graybar.com/connected buildings to learn more.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is the Verizon Extra Innings Show. Verizon, the most reliable 5G in St. Louis.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 3 on, 2 outs. The pitch on the way, a swing, and a line drive right back to Suarez. He catches it, and this ball game has come to an end. The final today in San Diego, the Padres 7, the Cardinals 3.
I'm Joe Pott. Welcome into the Extra Innings Show here on KMOX. The Extra Innings Show presented by Graybar. Graybar, your distributor for electrical and datacom needs. That's the way it finished. The Cardinals ended up scoring 3 times on 5 hits in the 9th inning. They, in fact, had the bases loaded. That was Mason Wynn, who lined right back to the Padres closer, Robert Suarez, who was forced into the game because of what the Redbirds did there in that 9th inning. Until the 9th inning, they had 1 hit. They had 1 hit, and they had only 2 other base runners, 1 on a walk, 1 on a catcher's interference. So it was certainly a down day for the offense that, they just happened to, as I said, and as Rick Horton says, they gave him a finish, but there was nothing else the rest of the day, and that was against a Dylan Cease, who was 3-10 with an ERA close to 5 coming into the game. I've talked about it a lot, and one of the biggest things, one of the biggest issues with this team is the consistency and the lack thereof. Because you see nights like you see last night where they spread it around, they score 8 times, they have 12 hits, they had 5 hits with runners in scoring position last night. And then today, when in fact they weren't terrible, they were 3 of 9 and runners in scoring position, but that came in the 9th inning. The first 8, they were non-existent. The offense was non-existent. Bill on our stream says, must have used up all the hits yesterday. By the way, you can get on if you'd like on the streams. We're on the stream on the socials. We are on YouTube. We're on X. We're on Facebook. You can put your comment right there, and I'll talk about it. Otherwise, if you want to give us a call, 314-436-7900, and we'll be glad to talk about this one with you, or perhaps look ahead to the Dodgers series, which is where the Redbirds will go tomorrow as they start a 3-game series. So, Bill, I appreciate you being the first to get in for us here tonight. Jokingly says how good the offense is as well, because, again, it's just it's frustrating. It's frustrating because you know what this team can do, what this team has the ability to do, what this team has the talent to do, but they just can't do it on a regular basis. It is not that has been proven this year that consistency is just not there. I was just kind of flipping back through some of the recent games that I've done here, and it's the same thing. You see a game where they go off for several hits. You see a game where it's non-existent, and they either get shut out or, they score a run or they have a couple of hits. Sam says it's an inexcusable performance by the Cardinals bats against a horrible pitcher in Dylan Cease, and I agree, it is. But unfortunately, it's not surprising, and I think that's the thing. This is what we've seen. This is what this offense has proven to be. I think when they're at their best, when the offense is at its best, it's pretty darn good. It can be relentless. They can string hits together, but they don't do it consistently enough, and they don't do it regularly enough. I think more often than not, when you're looking at the best teams, the good teams, you say, yeah, every once in a while, of course, they're going to get shut out or there's going to be a down game. But the Cardinals is just up or down, up or down, up or down, and you don't know which one you're going to get on a day-to-day basis. And that's what I think makes it partly what makes it so frustrating to follow the team and to cover the team as we do. Let's get some calls in here before we take our break. First up is Don. Don, you're on the Extra Innings Show.
Good evening, Joe. I watch this team day in and day out. I live and die with this Cardinal team. I'm 69 years old. I haven't gone to any games this year. But the bottom line here, this team needs to get some offense. They need to get some hitters. This team really, like you put it, they're inconsistent, hit or miss. I mean, how do you score 8 runs one night and then you don't show up until today's game until the 9th inning and you get 3 runs? Most teams, they would have gotten more than 3 runs in the 9th inning. I mean, they had the chance to take that game in the 9th inning if they had some real hitters in that lineup. So what my thing is, I like to see this team blow this team up, make some trades in off season. And I heard the John Mozeliak's speech today on KMOX is that he entertained the idea of trying to trade some position players. But here's my thought on that. I think personally, they overpriced themselves out on the, and they don't have the prospects that people think they do. They think they do, and then when they go to try to trade them, they overprice themselves out for them, and nobody wants to give them anything for it. And this is the way Mozeliak has operated over the years. You can't do that. I mean, you don't have the players that you need to think you have when you go to try to make a trade with somebody. Because they're not going to give you what you're looking for because they don't think much of your prospects to begin with, Joe. And I'll hang on the line and listen to your comments.
Yeah, Don, valid points, because I think that's long been a criticism, not just of John Mozeliak, but of the Cardinals organization. And I think it's, frankly, one of the things that they hope to change with the regime change to Chaim Bloom, but the overvaluing of your own assets and what you have on your roster. Not just prospects, but you're right. I heard that as well, and I heard him talking about the left-handed hitters. And the thing he said a couple of times, he said it on the media Zoom availability that he had last week after the trade deadline. He said it again this morning, that they just weren't wowed or blown away. And I think your point is valid. Should the return for a Lars Nootbaar wow you or blow you away? Maybe not. And that's part of the issue there. And so I think that we kind of have to hold off now and wait and see what that looks like under Chaim Bloom and what this offseason looks like. Do they have the opportunity to move some of these left-handed hitters to either continue to build up your farm system or to perhaps give you some depth at the major league level as you begin to assemble and put together what this team will look like under Chaim Bloom going forward? So I appreciate the call, Don.
Hey, Joe, I'll make one last point. I think they should entertain the idea of trading Walker, or at least listen to offers for Walker and Nolan Gorman. Because I saw Gorman today; he can't play third base. And if you're going to get rid of Nolan or Arenado, you need somebody that can play third base, Joe. And you have a good evening.
Don, I appreciate it. I will answer right back. As far as I'm concerned, and I said this at the trade deadline, there isn't really anyone on the big league roster that I would say is untouchable. I think that you've got to entertain offers. That includes in the offseason. One more point is I read today, Brian Walton had a note that J.J. Weatherholt was making a start at third base. So maybe they are thinking about that very thing going forward. But I appreciate Don being with us. Big Al, let's go to you. You're next on KMOX.
What's up, my man?
What's happening?
You're living the dream.
What's going on?
I just want to say a few things. First off, did you happen to catch any of it on television today?
I did.
What's up with FanDuel sound?
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's a little peek behind the curtain for us, because Johnny Camp, our producer, and myself, we watch it on silent, right? Because we're listening to the KMOX. But we were talking about that with some of our interviews that we used today on the air, that sound was just a tad bit off, and I certainly didn't realize that it was like that for the whole game.
It's embarrassing, and there are network or whatever. Well, I mean, it sounds like they're in a coal mine. It's horrible. How can you put that out there? And how about and I tweeted at him, "Hey, FanDuel, save some of the money that you stupidly fired my boy JK on and upgrade your sound. How about that one?"
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if it was like a transmission thing or what the issue was there.
It's been intermittent with hockey and baseball, and it's embarrassing. Now, I can't wait for Chaim Bloom to come. He can't come quick enough. I want to see what the roster looks like next year. And when we got 3 catchers and no third base and 20 outfielders and none of them can do anything. I mean, it's easy pickings, Joe, but from where I'm 63, from where our organization was with Kissel all the way through and the big league roster to this and the guy that's been in charge, it's easy to say it. I mean, everybody does it, but and the guy that curled to you a minute ago, how about Mo trading or letting go of guys like Garcia, MVP of the World Series, and Alcantara? Yeah, he got hurt, but Mo has gotten rid of so many people that went on to stardom and MVPs and Cy Youngs, and I mean, that's why he don't want to do anything. He's like, Big Al will rip me if I do this. I'm going to give him. He's going to turn around again. Oh, and by the way, Walker he gets in surgery, goes down. Coaches get him, comes back. Great, gets up here. Well, back to the old. It's where players come to die. Honest to God, Joe, it's sad. Heim, get your butt up here now. Love you, bud.
Yeah, no, I think that'll be. I think all of us are waiting to see, what that's going to look like. I certainly agree. Big Al, thanks for the call. Robert is up next. Robert, you're on the Extra Innings Show.
Yes. Is this Matt?
No, this is Joe.
Okay, Joe. Longtime fan from Birmingham, Alabama. Just very disappointed in the Cardinals. And I know everybody else calling in is too. The attendance is showing that as well. Are there going to be any changes at the end of the year with this coaching staff?
Yeah, that is not a question that I necessarily can answer, but I will tell you. So they are changing the president of baseball operations. John Mozeliak is finished after, I think his last day is the end of October. So I honestly believe everything is on the table. When you get I think this is true in any business. When you get a new boss, I think it's fair game, right? Because if we're asking Chaim Bloom to take this team to a new level or to change the fate of this team, the fortunes of this team, then I think he's got to have the ability to make what changes he wants. And if that means that the manager is changed or the coaches are changed, then I think that is certainly all on the table for Chaim Bloom. Obviously, we don't know yet how he feels, what he wants. We've heard from Oliver Marmol that they have a good relationship, but I don't think guarantees that he comes back. I think that's part of what you do when you turn the reins over to a new boss.
Yeah, and Joe, let me just make this comment. When the Padres were in St. Louis, last week, we won the first two games. The attendance was 20-something thousand, and you would think the third game. We're going into the third game. We're only 3.5 back or 4.5 back, and there's no more than 25,000 there for the third game. And I'm thinking, wow. And then I watched this, and Coach Mike for San Diego, who was with us
Mike
3 years ago, Mike Schultz. Why? And I understand. I think I know why he left is because there was disagreements with our GM. He outcoached Ollie. He did the small ball. He bunted and got a guy from first over to second, and then a hit and run, which put them on the board. And they won. I think it was maybe, I don't know, 3-0, 3-1. Maybe it was worse. But he outcoached Ollie, and I don't understand why we don't do some small ball. I don't get that. Do you have an answer for that?
No, I don't have an answer specifically on that, other than that's just obviously kind of been their philosophy is a little bit less. We've heard talk about that, but I would agree with you. There are certainly some times where it feels like a squeeze is in order, something to that effect. I think that a lot of folks, I think the answer we'll get is, they don't do a lot of bunting, so they're not great at bunting. And of course, the response to that is, so you need to work on more bunting, right? And that needs to be part of what they're doing. So, no, yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for the call, Robert.
Yeah, you bet. You have a great day.
Thank you. You do the same.
Bye-bye.
Couple of comments here on the stream. Bill's got a bunch for us. Again, kind of something we've talked about. It says Mo thinks his players are gold. Again, there has been some overvaluing of what's on the roster, what's in the system, that kind of thing. Hey, Tommy Tom gives us a comment, and we appreciate it. Padres fan here. Good series. Please go beat up on the Dodgers for the next 3 days. Have a good rest of the season. We certainly appreciate hearing from the Padres fans, and John and Rick were saying that as well, that they were hearing from some Padres fans that they want the Cards to go beat up on the Dodgers for the next 3 days. If you look at the standings as they are right now in the National League West Division, the Padres are on the heels of the Dodgers. They're 3 back of the Dodgers in the National League West Division. You've got the Giants in there, but they're 6 back of the Padres. So the Padres certainly have the opportunity to get up and get the National League West Division. And, of course, that's what they want. And that's why they loaded up at the deadline. You saw the Padres make all kinds of move at the deadline. The Padres let their top prospect go just to seize this opportunity to capitalize at the deadline and to capitalize on what they feel like is this window to win. It's a different philosophy. We'll see if that changes when Chaim Bloom takes over. Let's take a break here. We'll come back. We'll see if we've got some more calls, some more comments. Otherwise, we'll wrap things up here as the Cards fall to the Padres today, 7-3. The final. Padres win the series. Padres win the season series, and the Cards drop back below 500 again. I'm Joe Pott. We're coming back on KMOX.
At BOS, we help you bank boldly, because sometimes life throws bold moments at you. Like noticing someone used your debit card to buy 100 party store gift cards. That's a lot of party supplies. Don't worry, though. BOS has your back when there's suspicious activity on your account, and we work fast to address any fraudulent charges. Are you ready for a better banking experience? Then make the bold move and switch to BOS today. Visit bankwithbos.com. Member FDIC.
Is your home, business, or church looking tired, chalky, or in need of curb appeal? Go Rhino. Tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino. Our unique 3M ceramic technology is perfect for brick, stucco, aluminum, steel, color lock masonite, and more. It's backed by our 25-year transferable warranty to not chip, crack, or peel. Great if you're staying, and even better if you're selling. Our ceramic coating allows you to maintain all of your architectural features. The decision to do vinyl will leave your home looking like a plastic moldy box. With Rhino Shield, in 15 years, your home will still have that, wow, it looks like you just got it painted. We've done large condo complexes, parking garages, pole barns, and commercial strip malls. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. Evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
There's a big red barn where you save green. Norm's Bargain Barn. On discount windows, doors, and things. Norm's Bargain Barn.
Hi, I'm Norm Wilkie. Come see my new selection of Amish cabinetry made by my good Amish friends at Countrywood Products. We now stock 5 styles of cabinetry for you to choose from.
When you need to save on discount windows, doors, and cabinetry, come to Norm's Bargain Barn. With locations in Shiloh and Fenton at the bottom of Gravois Bluffs. Visit normsbargainbarn.com.
That's normsbargainbarn.com.
Now, back to the Verizon Extra Innings Show.
Bases loaded and 1 out, and Merrill at the plate. The first pitch to him is a breaking pitch, and that's grounded fair down the right field line. And at least 2 runs are going to score. 2 runs have scored. Here comes a third. Machado, play at the plate. Nope, no play. A 3-run triple for Jackson Merrill, and the Padres have a 3-run bottom of the 7th inning and a 5-0 lead.
Well, that really opened it up for the Padres as we bring it back on the Extra Innings Show. It's presented by Gray Bar. Gray Bar is your distributor for electrical and datacom needs. As you heard, that was in the 7th. They would add a run in the 8th, and they would get up 7-0 before the Cardinals ever did anything offensively. Tom has been waiting through the break. Tom, you are up next on KMOX.
Hi, my calls regarding the attendance. I'd love to blame it all on Mo, but I'd have to only give him about 75% credit for it. The other 25% goes to people just not wanting to come downtown. I'm a serviceman. And so I'm in a lot of people's homes, and especially the elderly people, anybody like, say, let's just say anybody 60 over, when you talk to them, they will not come downtown. Sunday afternoon, Monday evening, whatever, they don't want to go downtown. So that was my only comment. Like I said, it's not all Mo. They got to straighten up the crime down there.
Tom, that's fair. And I again, to kind of reference what Mozeliak said this morning on Sports on a Sunday Morning, he was asked about the attendance. Tom Ackerman was talking to him about, do the owners feel that? Do you guys feel that? And he said one of the things, he said outside of the team's win and loss, he said a lot of things need to change. And he specifically said safety of the fans. And so I think that is a valid point, that there are folks that are hesitant to come downtown. And if you don't feel like you are secure, you're safe, then, that makes sense to me that they don't want to come downtown. But I appreciate it. Thanks for making the point.
When I have to work downtown on Saturdays, you can shoot a cannon off down there. It's deserted on days they don't have a home game. It's deserted downtown. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you, Tom. Alex, you are up next. Welcome to the Extra Innings Show.
Hey, I just want to talk about, I'm a huge fan of the Cardinals. I'm about 20 years old. Games like these just make me so mad. I'm a big fan of the Cardinals. I've been watching ever since I was little, and I've always trusted The Office. And it just makes me so mad that I can't trust any of the players ever. It's so annoying having such a mediocre team, and it drives me insane.
Talk about that. Do you feel like it is going to change? Are you confident? Are you optimistic that we're going to see something different with a new president of baseball ops and a new kind of regime in there?
I'm always confident in the Cardinals, and that's the one thing I'm kind of. It's so annoying because I'm just not seeing the production, and it's just so annoying. I feel like the Cardinals ever since I've been alive, they're just so mediocre, and we can be so good like we were in May and be so bad now. And I feel like it's just been like this for so long, and it drives me nuts. Seeing games like these against Cease, who's pitching 3-10. His win-loss is 3-10, and we're getting messed up by him.
Shut down. Yeah, you're right.
Insane.
No, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for the call, Alex.
Yep.
Big Cardinal fan there, and he said, frustrating for him that he can't trust the front office or the organization. And again, I just go back to the fact that let's see, it is changing, and it's going to change. I think we've seen some signs of change with the draft and what was certainly prioritized at the draft. There are already pieces in place that Chaim Bloom has brought in, and they have shored up, and they have added to, bulked up on their coaching staff and their operations side. And I'm talking about from the minor leagues down, because obviously that was something that was identified that needed to be changed. And so that's what they're doing. So the team is doing that. And there are these plans in place. There are these moving parts. And now it's just a matter of seeing them come to fruition. And that's where I think that is where you then can judge whether or not the DeWitts made the right choice, whether or not Chaim Bloom is doing the job that everyone expects him to do. But I think you're already seeing some of that pay off, and we're going to see more of that now as you come down the last couple of months of this season, in which John Mozeliak has said, he said it again today, that he is now going to pull back. He's got no other real big project to take on or to be a part of. And so from here on out, it's going to be more and more of Chaim Bloom. And soon enough, we'll hear from Chaim Bloom as well, right? When he takes over that position, that means he also takes over those media responsibilities. And I will tell you, we've been very lucky with John Mozeliak in that regard. He has been very, very easy to talk to hear from, whether it's certainly here on KMOX. He's had a regular spot on Sports on a Sunday Morning for a long time, but even just with the media in general, he does regular meetings with the media. So that part of that has been good. And now obviously you would expect the same thing to come from Chaim Bloom. We just have to see if that's going to be the case. If he is going to take on that as much of a public persona as John Mozeliak has, and certainly I think as fans expect from the now president of baseball operations. So we'll see how that all comes about. Make sure that I'm not missing any commenters here. I do appreciate all the comments. Justin wants a strong finish by the Cardinals. Bill's hit us up a couple of times, and he's been a fan since '68. I certainly appreciate that. Cardinals baseball says Cardinals baseball wisdom, thinks when Chaim is in control in 26, that Cardinals players will play better and start winning in 2026. Cardinals players don't have to walk on eggshells because Mozeliak will be gone. Yeah, I don't know how true that is. I do think that there's a good relationship there between players and the front office when it comes to that. But that's not to say that things, haven't changed a little bit, maybe gone sour a little bit. Mike is on the line. Mike, you're up next. Welcome to KMOX.
Hey, how you doing? Three
Good.
quick things. First thing is, I personally don't really care if they trade Walker or Gorman or some of these guys, because I'm kind of hoping that Bloom will have a little better development team, and I'd kind of like to see what his real instructors can do with some of these guys. Second thing is, I was wondering if you guys if you could maybe elaborate a little bit on Nathan Church and maybe a couple other guys that we don't know a whole lot about. And lastly, do you have any idea, this is my conspiracy theory here, do you know if Chaim Bloom happened to be in Tampa when Joe Madden was the manager? And I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
I can probably find that out. I can figure out, what years that was. If you give me a little bit of time here, I was going to look at Nathan Church for you. As one of the things that he asked about was Nathan Church. We just have a few minutes left here. Church right now has been at all three main levels. He's now at AAA. He's got a let's see, right about a 936 OPS actually, as I look at it. So he's been hitting the ball well. He's hitting 341. As far as what that means, I couldn't tell you. I think that would certainly make him a candidate to come up here for a September call-up. Certainly can't guarantee that, but that is something that would be absolutely, I think, on the possibility or on the list of guys that may be up here, when September rolls around. I wouldn't necessarily even be shocked if they have Blaze Jordan up here, if he gets a cup of coffee in the big leagues. So I'm looking real quick here. Joe Madden, I'm trying to find his timeline here when he was in Tampa Bay, 2006 to 2014. Chaim Bloom, thanks to my guy Chris, he's telling me that Chaim Bloom started there in 2005. So, yes, is the answer, that they worked together at some point in time in Tampa Bay when Madden was with Tampa Bay. I know what you're getting at. Obviously, Joe Madden is not currently working as a major league manager. Are we wondering if Joe Madden might be working in St. Louis next year? Again, I think when Chaim Bloom takes over, everything is on the table. I need to tell you what's on deck. It's brought to you by Chesterfield Fence and Deck. The sign you have the very best, chesterfieldfence.com. What is coming up is the series with the Dodgers. And the Dodgers leading the National League West. It's a 9:10 start tomorrow night. 8:15 is our pregame coverage. Sonny Gray goes tomorrow. He's 10-5 with a 4.38 ERA. Tyler Glasnow will oppose for the Dodgers. He is 1-1 with a 3.38 earned run average. 9:10 tomorrow, 9:10 on Tuesday, 3:10 on Wednesday afternoon is the starts for the games in L.A. Wednesday, by the way, will be Matthew Liberatore and Shohei Ohtani. You've got that to look forward to. Big thanks to John Rooney, Rick Horton, Mike Claiborne, Brian Schulte, all in San Diego. Thanks to Johnny Camp. He's on the other side of the board over there for us, keeping us on time and in line. I'm Joe Pott. Dodgers and Cardinals all week long. Keep it here on your home of the Cardinals, KMOX.
This is Tom Ackerman, like an MVP candidate. Chesterfield